to go into our barbell sissy squat. So what we're focusing in a sissy squat is a more quad dominant movement. So what we're going to do is we're going to elevate the heels, okay? I like to do a 25-pound plate. You could go between 25 to 35 pounds, just depending on the height of the width of the plate and kind of the length of the foot, right? So if you have a larger foot, you want to grab onto a little bit of a higher plate. So with this, you're going to grab that barbell, rack it up on the shoulders, lift up your chest nice and tall. So when you have your heels elevated, you still want to keep 70% of the weight back on those heels, okay? So as you go into your squat, you're going to go ahead, hinge your hips back, lower your torso down, fight to keep your torso nice and upright. Drive those heels, come all the way up, squeeze. Lower down, slow and controls, drive it up, squeeze. Okay, that is your barbell sissy squat. All right, guys, we're going to go into our barbell Romanian deadlift. With the Romanian deadlift, what we're focusing on more is a stiff leg deadlift. Okay, so you're going to grab onto that bar, big tall chest, unrack it off the rack. When you're here, feet about hip width apart. Now, when you lower down, make sure you're not locking out those knees. You want to keep your upper body nice and tight. You're focusing on shooting your tailbone as far back as you can, really feeling a stretch in those hamstrings. You only got to get that bar just below those knees before you drive through your heels and then lift all the way up. Okay, again, shoot those hips back. You should really feel a strong stretch in those hamstrings and then drive it through. Okay, that is your Romanian deadlift. All right, guys, barbell reverse lunge. You're going to go ahead, walk underneath the barbell, rack it up to the shoulders. Start off with your feet hip width apart. From here, you're going to take a step back with one foot. Make sure you place that toe nice and strong. Focus on dropping that back knee. The front follows. From there, push off the back tail. Come all the way up. Squeeze. Again, step, lower, drive all the way through. Okay, that's your barbell reverse lunge. All right, guys, first set of superset. On your leg day, you're going to go into a prone lying position. Super band hamstring curl. What you want to do is make sure you anchor the super band at a low position. From here, the best way to get set up is to first hook your heels inside of it. From there, you can kind of turn your toes to wrap around the outside. That way you're locked in. So from here, you want to scooch outwards to create more resistance across that super band. From here, you're going to lock your hips in, pull both heels as close to the booty as you can. You want to extend nice, slow, and controlled. Pull it in, squeeze, squeeze, lower down, control. Okay, you're going to go there for 10. After those 10, you're going to go into your dumbbell dumbbell hip thrust. So you're going to grab onto a dumbbell. You want to place it right on the hip bones. From here, if you want to grab onto a mat, you can kind of make that a little bit softer. And get your shoulder blades on the bench. From here, as you lower down, you're going to drop your hips down slightly, lean forward. As you drive on up, you're going to push down through the heels, thrust your hips all the way up so you can activate those glutes. You're going to lower down, controlled, drive it on up, go there for your 15. So super band hamstring curls, and then dumbbell hip thrust. Okay, guys, so you're going to go into your next set of accessory lifts for leg day. You're going to go into a kettlebell elevated sumo squat. So you can elevate your feet in either 45-pound plates or even steppers. What we're trying to do is create a higher deficit so you can get more range of motion into your sumo squat. So you're going to go into an overhand position on that kettlebell, wider stance than normal on your squat, and then your toes are slightly turned out. Now from here, as you lower down, push your knees out, focus on keeping your chest tall, get down as deep as you can, drive through those heels, come all the way up, lower down, control, drive it on up. Okay, and you go there for your 10. After that, you're going to superset it by going into a lateral lunge. From here, whatever hand has that weight, that same foot is going to be on the valve side. Make sure to keep the shoulder down nice and back. From here, as you lower down, you want to keep all the weight on that stance leg. You're going to focus on bending that knee, sitting back into that hip, pull through the heel, come all the way up, shoot that toe out, come all the way in. Okay, that's going to be your kettlebell lateral lunge with a valve slide. All right, guys, so our finisher on our leg day, we're going to utilize that mini band. You're going to place that mini band either below the knees or above the knees, wherever you're more comfortable. Both of these exercises are going to be going for a minute. After you do each one, you're going to rest and you're going to repeat 3 sets. Okay, so from here, first exercise we're focusing on is a hip abduction. So hands go on the ground, your feet are slightly close to the booty. You're going to lift up your hips, keep that hold in the glute bridge. From here, you're going to push your knees apart, bring it together, push it apart, bring it together, and you go there for a minute. Okay, when you're done after that minute, what you're going to do here is hold that hip abduction, so then keep your knees wide. From here, you're going to touch your hips down, thrust it up, touch your hips down, thrust it up. That there is exercise 2.